you gotta, when you do a POV, it has to be from like right, like here.
Oh.
So it's like, the dick is the POV.
Oh, but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they can't see.
Like, right here is the POV.
Oh.
Like, right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
I just came up with the most genius idea, okay? Hinge or Tinder should make a reality TV show where one person picks a profile, like 10 of them, usually like the standouts or whatever, and the people actually have to be present. And he picks one person, and then they have to spend the entire day together or the entire episode together to see if dating apps really work or if it's just like a shallow thing that happens on the internet for validation. I don't know. I think it's genius, and I don't know why it hasn't been invented yet, but that is a reality TV show that I would watch.
This show idea? Pure gold. Swipe right. Regret later. Picture these Tinder all-stars meeting in real life. Dude's actually 5 feet 6 inches. And she's got, well, personality. Dating apps are basically ego boosters. People love that 2-second validation before they ghost harder than Casper. If apps really worked, Netflix wouldn't be full of lonely single shows. Watching these people realize they're catfishing themselves? Now that's reality TV.
You will never, ever be able to change my mind about this. There is not a single man on this planet Earth that would choose an ugly girl over a pretty girl. There, I said it. And honestly, that is the way the world works. Men will always choose the pretty girl. Men really go for the looks. That's just how it is. So, why would you, as a pretty girl, settle for struggling with a poor man when you could get your dream life and safety and security and luxury by marrying a rich guy?
Let's be real here. Men are wired for attraction first. No man scrolling through Tinder thinking, wow, her personality makes her a 10. It's biology. Pure and simple. Looks matter. It's why dudes chase models, not mathletes. Now, about settling for a broke guy? Why? If you're a 9 or 10, and some millionaire's ready to fly you first class, why would you hop on a Greyhound with a dude who can barely afford Taco Bell? Secure the bag. Enjoy the ride. Because at the end of the day, love doesn't pay for that Louis Vuitton bag.
Do men not know that we stalk their following list, especially if we do not talk anymore? Because one thing about men, they will always come back, and I will have exclusive intel on exactly who you're talking to, how you're interacting with them, and when and where you met over the past 3 months.
Yeah, I really couldn't care less. First, you're clearly unhinged if you're still stalking your ex post-breakup. And second, no, most men don't come crawling back. In fact, the majority move on. But hey, she's not just crazy. She's a genius too, right? This is definitely the kind of wisdom you should be taking notes on.
What's the craziest thing you've done when you've had a crush on someone?
I tried to climb through my ex's cat flap so badly so that he had to phone the emergency services. Just get free, but I then had to run away from the police. Fell down a hill, sprained my ankle, hid in a bush for an hour for my mum to come and pick me up. That very same ex as well, I used to do drive-bys of his house quite frequently. And I used to take it one step further and get out of the car and feel his exhaust pipe to see if he'd been out that night.
Craziest thing? Climbing through a car flap and checking an exhaust pipe like it's a love thermometer is next level psycho. Calling emergency services because your dates turned into a bad GTA mission? Priceless. Here's a tip: if you're hiding in a bush waiting for mommy after a crush fails, it's time to reevaluate your life choices. And feeling an exhaust pipe to check if he's been out? That's not romantic. It's borderline CSI. At this point, the only exhaust you should worry about is from the mental gymnastics you're doing.
He wants you. He's desperate. Go to him. He's got hair. He's got eyes. Sound familiar? He's been thinking of you, but he's been scared to say it. Been outside and seen the sky recently? That's him. If his name starts with a J, this message is for you. If his name doesn't start with a J, the universe works in mysterious ways. This message is for you. Think about that. If you care about him, he wants you. This is your sign. if you've never met him, he wants you. If you are trapped in extreme fantasy and delusion, he wants you, sweetheart.
He wants you? Desperate? What is this? A rom-com? He's got hair and eyes. Wow. Groundbreaking. If he's been thinking about you but can't say it, maybe he's just a little shy or really bad at communicating. And if his name starts with a J, congratulations. You've got a cosmic connection. If not, well, the universe just tossed you a curveball. This is your sign? More like a neon warning. If you're daydreaming about him, chances are he's still out there living his life, oblivious. If you're trapped in some extreme fantasy, sweetheart, it's time to log off and get back to reality, because no amount of wishful thinking will change that.
Some people are going to get so triggered by this. Before anyone starts, this is just my opinion, so chill out, okay? If two people are in a relationship, until both of them have left school, it is weird. And I'm talking if one's older and one's younger. Because I cannot comprehend why, let's just say a boy who can drive, after you leave school, you really enter adult world straight away, really. You get a job. You'll have much more freedom. You can do so many more things. What business have you got with someone who still goes to school every day? Like, I really don't get it.
Sure, there's a lot you might not grasp, but that's okay. The world still needs waitresses, so it wouldn't hurt to learn the password. Do you want fries with that? It's mind-blowing how people hop online just to flaunt their ignorance. And here I am, trying to decode this mess. So one's 17, another's 18, and suddenly driving becomes a problem. Or maybe it's 20 and 22, and again, driving issues. One's in college while the other dropped out after high school. But oh no, the driving thing. They've been together 2 years, but apparently, that all goes down the drain because one can't drive. This level of stupidity, it's a new low. If we keep following this nonsense, we'll be nothing but sheep. Let's at least try to use our brains for something other than blocking the rain from pouring down our throats.
Why is it that men will ask women for certain type of pictures, they will ask for favors, they will expect home-cooked meals, and they will want intimacy before giving her commitment? And this is totally normal and accepted in society. But when a woman even dares to expect a nice date, the bill to be paid, and to receive maybe a nice bouquet of flowers, which is literally the bare minimum, she is then a gold digger and can't take care of herself. Like, can someone please make this make sense?
Men asking for certain pictures and favors? It's called nature. Folks, they want to see if there's chemistry before committing. It's the same reason they expect home-cooked meals and intimacy without putting a ring on it. It's just how some guys operate. And hey, they can't help it if they prefer their steak rare. But when a woman asks for a nice date, the bill to be paid, or even a bouquet of flowers, suddenly she's a gold digger? Talk about double standards. If a guy wants a free meal, he's just hungry. But if a woman expects a little romance, it's like she's asking for a trust fund. This isn't rocket science. It's just basic dating etiquette. If you're not willing to put in the effort, don't be surprised when the other side expects more than a few cute selfies in return.
I don't know, guys. I just feel like if my crush is single and I am single, that we should probably just be dating. Like, why is the math not mathing?
If your crush is single and you're single, it's basic math. 1 + 1 should equal dating, right? But here's the kicker. Feelings aren't as simple as arithmetic. Maybe your crush is busy swiping left on the wrong people or is still healing from a past relationship. It's like trying to solve a puzzle while half the pieces are missing. Just because the numbers add up doesn't mean they're ready to make the leap. If dating was as easy as math, we'd all be in relationships instead of binge-watching shows while scrolling through dating apps.
Oh, there is nothing like a man who wronged you getting a girlfriend.
Feeling a bit bitter, are we? How would you even know he has a girlfriend after all this time since you two broke up? Did you hire a private investigator, or are you just stalking his social media like it's a full-time job? I mean, if you're keeping tabs on him, maybe you should consider applying for a detective badge.
Andy, okay. You see how I can't stand myself?
Yeah.
That's because I'm priceless.
Or you're worthless.
So, what do you think? What's the most priceless lesson you've learned from a past relationship? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
I know what this is called. common sense, but when you take your gas thing out, you're not supposed to squeeze it all the way, because one time I did that when I was on a date. I literally had a boy in the front seat of my car, and when I went to take the gas out, I just squeezed it, continued to squeeze it. As I pulled it out, I got gas not over the car, all over me. Just squirted it all over me.
Thanks for watching. Everyone, what's the most priceless lesson you've learned from a past relationship? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.